Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for showing up. As you can see from the title, it's time to end the Michael Rollins Show. I just want to say thank you to every single one of you. You all have been amazing in so many ways. And I am who I am now because of my journey in FPV over the last 6 or 7 years. It has been amazing and it has been fantastic. I need to answer the question of why. Why am I ending the Michael Rollins Show? And the very simple answer is time. This year has been the absolute best year of my life. I am not able to stand here and say that any measure of my life is worse than it was at any other point in my life. It is a really amazing and kind of odd place to stand. This last year has been growth spiritually, emotionally, physically, relationally. Physically, I'm down 45 pounds. I feel fantastic. I'm down 65 pounds from the beginning of the pandemic. Relationally, the relationships that I have with my children and my wife are the best they've ever been. Spiritually, I'm digging into, the Word and the Lord and this God that I've followed for all of my life in a way that is new and is exciting and that I love. And emotionally, I've been able to explore aspects of the way that bipolar has shaped my life. And as part of that entire thing, I had to come to grips with time. Time is tricky because you always think you have more of it, but you actually don't. And so once you factor in the time with my family, it's non-negotiable. The time at work, it's my job to provide for my family. And the time to keep myself healthy, I have maybe 6 hours a week left to do anything. And unfortunately, that is not enough time to both build myself personally and professionally and also do this channel. I cannot do this channel justice in just 6 hours a week. And that's a bummer. It's a real bummer. And so the choices are put this thing on life support and don't do a good job, which is what I've done for the past couple months, or go ahead and shut it down. Call it. This is the end of the game, guys. And that's what I'm going to do. I will say that I have learned an incredible amount in my 6 or 7 years of FPV. I have learned things that I never thought I would learn. I have accomplished goals on this channel that I never, ever thought I would accomplish. And so for me personally, this is a good place to stop. But the channel's not going away, right? The content is going to be here. The content is going to live on. There's certainly much more that I would have loved to have done. I would have loved to actually have really fully explored the history of FPV. I just can't. And so my hope is that this in itself will be some of the history of FPV, that people will be able to come along and start in January or January of the year next year or on 5 years from now. And if they really want to know some of the things that transpired and some of the things that people thought, then they can go check out my old content. It's going to be here. It belongs to the community. It doesn't belong to me. This is your story as much as it is my story. And in terms of the FPV community, you guys are fantastic. Are you fractious? Are we biased and all these other things? Absolutely. We're humans. That's what humans are. But at the same time, if you threaten FPV, if you threaten people that are in FPV, we will come together. And we are a powerful force once we decide that we're going to be united. It has been a privilege and an honor and sometimes a joy to be part of this community. And you guys are pretty fantastic, and you need to keep doing what you're doing. The friendships that I've made in this hobby will probably go on for my life. It has been fantastic to meet the people that I've met and to become friends with the people that I've been friends with. I learned how to catch lightning in a bottle because I made a little bit of success before I interviewed Chad Kapper. I had the support of Kapper and so many others as I built the channel. I am grateful to everybody that I interviewed. The lessons that I have learned during this entire thing will be with me forever. I've learned that everybody will shade a story so that they look better. It is often unintentional, and it takes an effort of will to be so open that you paint yourself poorly. It is incredible what simple mistakes can do in terms of, a misplaced piece of punctuation made a bunch of people upset, like a lot of people upset. I set the FPV world on fire about 4 or 5 times. And by the time it was the 4th or 5th time, I was like, daggone it, I hate that I did that. Whereas the first time, it was total panic. And those weren't fun, but man, you want to talk about a lesson that you just can't get normally. I learned so many skills: video production, how to record things well. I learned lighting. I learned how to solder. I am now able to make things in ways that I've never done before. This hobby has been amazing, and I will for always treasure it. And let's not forget flying. We can fly. We can put our minds on a robot and go somewhere. And that is the reason that we all do this. You guys keep flying. I'm going to keep flying. I just probably won't be posting much about anything. There may be more content that comes out at some point, but I'm not promising you that it will. And when it does, it very likely won't be something regular. Thank you all for coming along. Thank you for supporting me on this journey. Thank you to all of you for giving your love and thoughts and time as we have built this channel to be the thing it is. I am honored and humbled and blessed to have been part of your story. Thank you. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day, week, month, year, and everything beyond. See you guys eventually.